5'4", 200 pounds is larger than the average running back. Height, weight adjusted.
Yes. Yes.
All right, what's going on, guys? Hey, before I get started, let me tell you, man, this is your archetype for what you normally will run into with modern American females. This is it right here to a T. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to react to it. Man, let's go.
Well, I'll tell you about myself. I am single.
Mm-hmm.
I am a homeowner. I have no children. I'm 26.
Okay.
I believe I'm attractive. I believe I'm friendly. I'm nice.
Okay, so far, sounds normal. You know what I mean? She's just telling you about herself. She says she's nice. She seems to think that she's attractive. All that. Hey, we all right now, right? We rocking. Okay, let's keep it going.
So I don't know why I don't got this ring yet.
What's wrong? What's some of your flaws?
Well, I am submissive, but I'm not going to submit to just any man. Like, I need stability.
All right, he asked you, what are your flaws? And we still have not gotten an answer yet. Already starting off with the evasiveness with the answers. So let's try this again. What he asked her? What are some of your flaws? Let's see if she's going to get to it.
I don't, at my age now, I'm 26.
Okay, what are some of your flaws?
My flaws would be
deer in the headlights look. Looking off into space. He asked her a simple question. What are some of your flaws? Like, it's not a hard question. It's not rocket science. It's not some scientific formula, equation. What are some of your flaws? What do you have to work on that might be the reason why you're single? Can we get an answer?
Well, shit, I don't know. I'm telling you about my stuff.
I know. You told me about your positives. Tell me about some of your negatives. Tell me something about some of your flaws.
Still waiting. Still wait. How long? It's probably been about at least a minute now since he asked her that question. We still ain't got the answer. Simple question. Can we please get an answer? Ma'am, what are some of your flaws?
I don't know.
Oh my God. See what I'm saying? No self-awareness. I mean, it's pretty simple. If you ask me what are some of my flaws, I can tell you because I'm self-aware. I'm not so self-absorbed where I can't tell you my flaws. See, this is a problem with a lot of modern women. They are so just focused on what you can do for them. They can't look introspectively inside of themselves and say, like, you know what? I need to do this. I need to change this about myself. I could do this a little bit better. That just comes with being humble, being a feminine woman, having humility. That just kind of all ties in together. Like, come on, man. It's not hard.
I guess that someone who's dating me would be able to tell you what my flaws are.
No, 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 no. You should be able to tell somebody what you got to work on. You look at yourself every day in the mirror, from your physical appearance to how you interact with people, to how you interacted with previous guys you've dealt with. You know things that you got to work on. We all do. Come on, man. No one has to tell you your flaws. You should know your flaws. Like, come on, man. This is simple. ABC 1, 2, 3. This is the kind of stuff that has a lot of modern men frustrated with the women that they come across, because this is what you run into. In America, these modern women, this is what you run into. And it's frustrating to a lot of guys. That's why a lot of guys want answers and they not getting them.
You should be able to tell me what your flaws are.
I'm not perfect, but I can't just point out everything that's wrong with me.
You hear this, woman? Do y'all hear this? Fellas, I know a lot of y'all have come across this. She can't even fathom that she has anything wrong with her. She's perfect. So anything that goes wrong in her life, it has to be somebody else's fault. It can't be her fault. It's got to be some dude's fault. It can't be hers, because she's perfect. But even though she just told you, I'm not perfect. So if you're not perfect, tell me your flaws. Tell Mr. Samuels, tell Kevin Samuels, what are your flaws? This is not hard.
That's part of the problem, right? That's part of the problem right there.
That's my flaw.
I just said part of the problem. I mean, you're not perfect, but you can't tell me your flaws. But you told me everything that you think sells you. Okay, cool. What are your flaws? You can't name one thing?
I'm being honest. I feel like someone who may be experienced with me can tell you what my flaws might be.
Yo, it's painful. Look at Kevin. He looks confused. Like, are you serious? This is a grown woman. This woman is 26 years old. She says she's a homeowner. 26 years old, y'all. Got her own house. And can't do something as simple as tell you one flaw about herself. Narcissism at its finest, man. Come on.
Your experience with you.
I am experienced with me. But I feel like, well, shit, what do I say, actually?
Exactly.
What happened?
Your internet is just on you, not me. You're doing something with the phone, and I mean,
No.
you're going into a job interview.
I'm trying to get it. I can see myself now.
You're going on a job interview, and you're telling them everything that's good, and they say, all right, well, tell me some of the things you need work on. Nothing. I'm perfect. Oh, I'm not perfect, but there's nothing I need work on. Yeah, but man.
No, my problem is I will not submit to just anyone.
Nope, that's not a flaw. That's a veiled positive. Nope, that's not a flaw.
You oh, man. Yo, man, it's hard to listen to this. It's hard, man. It's hard to listen to this. Kevin Samuels, man, he got a lot of patience, man, dealing with a lot of these women, because this is what you get. It's just, they look just like deer in the headlights. These supposed to be these strong, independent, modern women, and they just look and answer questions like children. Answer questions like they some high school 16-year-old that doesn't have any experiences with life. This is a grown woman, y'all, and she's talking like high school, man, I'm being nice, talking like a middle schooler. Sad, man. Sad.
It's not a flaw. That's a veiled positive. See, in the job interview, what that question is tell me your strengths. All right, here's what it is. Tell me your weaknesses. Well, one of my weaknesses is people tell me that I tend to be overworked, but I'm a hard worker, and I just want to do a good job. No, see, that's a veiled positive. At 26 years old, you know you. You should know you. You should know you are well enough to know if you're not stop. No. See, that's another one.
And see, another thing, when these women get caught up and they know they're looking foolish and they're embarrassed, they try to overtalk you. They'll try to overtalk and just talk and filibuster to try to get the conversation into a whole other realm. Let's talk about something else. This is too difficult. What I got to do, introspective thinking about myself. Oh, no. Let me just start talking, and maybe we can talk about something else. All right, let's watch.
I've already pointed it out to you initially. Don't do it again. You're not going to talk over me or none of that stuff, because you should know things that you need to improve upon.
So what I'm saying is, what I had conflict with relationships is submission. Now, I am so willing to submit. Okay, I'm a very naturally submissive person, but I cannot submit to a man who just doesn't have it there together.
Okay. Now she says she's a submissive person. She says she's a submissive woman, but she just can't submit to any man. You're not submissive. If you have a problem submitting to men that you're dealing with, the problem is you. What kind of man are you getting with that you can't submit to? At this point, if you're dealing with someone, that means you like the guy. And if you like the guy, you've had to have done some kind of vetting to deal with that guy. Because you're together with them. Y'all probably hanging out. Y'all probably hooking up, having sex, all that good stuff. So you can't submit to someone that you've basically given yourself to. Doesn't make sense.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean?
So I'm argumentative.
No, hold on. He doesn't have it there together. What does that mean?
So for me, what that means is you ain't got your shit together.
What does that mean?
You ain't got your shit together.
I don't know what that means.
And notice a lot of these women, they talk in these terms that are like used on social media a lot. You ain't got your shit together. What's another term that they use? I'm trying to think. She just said it a minute ago. I missed. I can't remember. But that's definitely one of the terms. You ain't got your shit together, right? And that can mean a whole bunch of things. A lot of times they're saying, "Oh, he's not stable. He doesn't have any money." Blah 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 blah. That's usually what they mean when they saying you might not have a car. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got your own place. That kind of stuff, right? So, but sometimes they just saying it. They don't even know what they're saying. They just mean you ain't got you. They just saying you ain't got your shit. They just repeating something that they heard on social media, and it sounds good. It's really a good way to set up like a fall guy. Set up the guy to blame for your issues that y'all have with your relationship together, something like that. You know, that's kind of like you're starting to set up.
I don't know what that means. It still has no context.
That means is you don't have stability. Okay, you don't have stability. You don't have a home of your own. You have a roommate. Your brother lives in the next room. Okay, you living with your brother. Your bro.
These are men you've dated?
These are men that I have dated. Yes.
You had a relationship with them?
Yes.
Did it get to the intimate level?
Yes.
So you'll date a man, have sex with a man, but you won't submit to a man.
Exactly what I just said. What kind of woman are you? You're dealing with men that you don't even see as worthy enough to submit to, but you're dealing with these men, sleeping with these men, could possibly get pregnant by one of these guys. Because if you're sleeping with somebody, you can possibly get pregnant. That's always a possibility. That's on the table. So you're doing all this stuff with these guys, but they're not worthy enough to submit to, but they're worthy enough to give your body to. Okay. Makes sense. Come on, man.
I do, but I feel like...
But why are you having sex with a man who doesn't have his shit together? You knew that before you did all that.
Boom. So, once again, complaining about men that you're choosing guys to deal with that don't have their shit together. Why are you choosing these type of guys and then complaining about them? You're complaining about a guy that might not even have a job when you met him. You know he don't have a job, but you deal with him anyway. And then you get out here on social media, you get out here with your girlfriend. These guys, they ain't shit. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no jobs, girl. Girl, these men ain't about nothing. Shoot, I got more money than them. That's sad. You're choosing the lowest of the low dudes, and then you trying to prop yourself up over those same loser guys? You are the loser. Come on.
Sometimes...
No. What I'm pointing out is you date men. We all pick who we date.
But can I answer your question?
Well, you've already answered it. You picked Yeah, you have. No, I didn't answer. No.
Sex with someone who doesn't have a shit together. So let me answer it, please.
No. You pick the man you date.
So you asked me a question.
You pick the man you date. That's
not
the.
fair. So listen.
Oh no. There's no listen. No. See, this is the way this is gonna go. This is the way.
You see, she's trying to talk. Now here comes the word salad. Here comes the machine gun tongue. It's just da. See, now she's trying to fill in the space between her having to answer for herself and then him about to basically break her down like only Kevin Samuels can, scientifically and surgically. See, she's trying to get them words in there before he could do it. But come on, man. Y'all know Kevin Samuels ain't gonna let that happen. Come on now.
This is the way this is going to go. It's going to go this way because I'm trying to run the show. I know the questions I'm asking. It's not about being fair. I don't need to know. Okay, look here, lady. It's about to end up really bad. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think you really want to do that because you come on here trying to get some information to find out something. And I asked you what your flaws are. You're already shown that you're not introspective enough to even understand what's going on. You said the problem is I can't submit to a man who don't have his shit together. But you chose to date somebody who didn't have his shit together. You chose to have sex with somebody who didn't have his shit together. So you can't say I'm not going to submit to somebody that I chose.
But also, at the same time, you didn't let me answer your question, which I would really love to, and also not only for you, but for the audience.
I'm okay with the audience.
Can I please answer the question? I'm trying to submit to you right now and answer the question. So, what I was saying, sometimes as humans, we connect with people, okay? Like on a vibe. We call it vibes now. You catch the vibe, and sometimes...
Here we go with the philosophical bullshit, the fake. I'm gonna call this the whole philosophy, philosophical wholeness, the bullshit.
You might really have a certain vibe.
I'll make you famous.
That he might so he might be there on that level of connection and chemistry. But he has shit that he needs to get together, and I might be a step above where he's at, okay? So I'm a homeowner, I have cars, I have a good career, and me and him connect with personalities and the chemistry and the sex, okay?
Bullshit. Bruh. Come on, man. Yo. You see the bullshit? She's trying to explain away why she deals with loser dudes. She's trying to say, oh, well, we just vibe. So you can't vibe with a dude that has a good job, cars, houses, a house, good character. You can't vibe with those dudes. You can only vibe with the loser dudes, and you got to try to do the fake. Oh, well, I'm up here and he's down here and I'm going to help him get to my level. You see the bullshit? That's the bullshit. That's the play that these modern women try to run. That's the play. Date low-end loser dudes and say, you can't get on my level. In these relationships, they pretend like, oh, this is a vibe or whatever. It's all a setup, man. And they make these guys the fall guy if the relationship or whatever if it doesn't work.
But he is not where I would like him to be, maybe financially. What's that mean? Time out?
Yeah. Because everything you just said, I don't know what you think. If you can have your cars and everything, men don't care about any of that. My question is this. Why can't you deal with a man? Why can't you pick a man who has his shit together up front?
I can. That's what I go for. But
But they don't want you. That's one reason. A lot of these chicks, one of the reasons is they can't or they don't deal with those guys that have their stuff together is because they can't get those guys. Because these women are garbage. A lot of these women are trash, man. They masquerade themselves as these educated women, these virtuous women, when they're not. Low character, low self-esteem, possibly overweight. You have a woman on a dating app try to doctor the picture where she looks like she's a decent looking woman as far as like, you know, her physical shape, like she's not overweight. They'll make it they'll take it from the neck up where you kind of just see their face and they look, oh, okay, yeah, she looking cute or whatever. Come on, man. It's all bullshit and it's all a playbook. You just gotta see through the bullshit. These dudes don't want women like this. They see through them chicks. I mean, they see through these type of chicks easily. I myself see through women like this like it ain't nothing, man. It's some dudes that don't. That's why y'all need to see stuff like this. They'll trick a lot of dudes into getting into relationships with them. Oh, like they got this going on, like they this type of woman. They're trash. And then they'll try to shit on the dudes that they actually end up with. Because they can't get a higher level of guy. Because those higher level guys don't want these type of women. Because they know they ain't about nothing.
Why can't you get a man who has his shit together up front?
I do. I have a lot of options. I mean, I'm dating.
Ma'am.
The options. I've made videos about, I have a lot of options. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you had a lot of options, high level options, real options, you wouldn't be dealing with loser dudes. No, you don't. Fake options. You ain't got no options. Most of these women ain't got no options. And most of these women damn sure don't got the options that they think they got. They'll try to fool you into believing that they got all these options, man. a lot of these women, they ain't got the options that y'all think they got, man. And that even go for a lot of these Instagram chicks. These Instagram girls, dudes be going crazy over. A lot of them women ain't got the same, they ain't got the options y'all think they got either, man. Come on, man. Y'all don't hear me.
I asked you about your flaws or areas of weakness, and you said, I can't submit to a man who's don't have his shit together. And all you did is basically explain the fact that if you can get with a man who ain't got his shit together, you got time to get with a man who does have his shit together. The question is, will he pick you?
I'm picking who I vibe with, and the niggas I vibe with be the broke ones.
You see, now we get into the just ignorance. Now, she done ran out of responses. So now she just coming with the ignorance. There you go. Modern women in America, this is y'all. This is most of y'all. It might not be all of y'all, but this is most of y'all. Because a lot of y'all have been allowed to be like this, act like this, and dudes ain't saying, nah, dudes are saying something. And we got these platforms and we gonna call out the bullshit. Ain't no more getting away with the nonsense. Dudes getting put up on game.
Baby, who I vibe and connect with on a chemistry level, they don't be there. They don't match up as of right now. They're not connecting. They're not there.
Listen to this fool. What is she talking about? Whole babble.
What makes you think a man who's there wants to connect with a woman who calls men's niggas and talks about vibes?
You're right. You're right. I need to work on my language.
That's what you got from that? That's what you got? That's what you got from that?
Yes. I needed to hear that.
No self-awareness. You needed to hear that? Somebody got to tell you how to act like you got some sense, act like you got some bit of class or sophistication, but yet you got your house and cars and supposedly all this stuff. But somebody got to tell you that? Come on, man. It's no self-awareness.
Yes.
So in other words, men who are at that level, would they pick you?
You're right. And I appreciate this.
What does it matter? So someone has to have a home for you to submit to them?
I would like an independent, stable person.
Stable meaning what?
Stable meaning they have their own home, they have their own vehicle.
Okay, so you want a stable guy with his own home, his own vehicle, a job. So why aren't you dating these type of guys since you know you want this type of a guy? Why? I already told y'all one reason. Because those guys don't want you. Reason number 2, you want a fall guy. Women like this, they want a fall guy. And what I mean by that is, see, if they pick low-level dudes, they don't have to live up to any standard. You know what I'm saying? You can act wild and crazy, and you be like, oh, well, whatever. He ain't really about nothing anyway. But yet she's sleeping with him. He banging her. He smashing her left and right whenever he want to. And she could just tell her girl, oh, he ain't about nothing. Da-da-da-da-da. He ain't da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? And so when it don't go right, when a relationship don't go right, they could just say, blame the guy that he's not about anything. He didn't have his stuff together anyway. You ain't even got no car. You ain't even got no job. And yet she letting the dude live with her. See what I'm saying, man? Yo, it's easy, man. You just gotta, you just gotta read them. That's all. You just gotta read these chicks, man.
They can afford a meal. They're not on assistance. That is.
You mean an adult? That sounds like an average adult.
Yeah, I would like
But ma'am, the way, I mean, let's cut to the chase. You're trying to say that you want somebody who's stable, but you described what we call a luxury lifestyle. You own several cars, right? You said I own my home, right?
I am a homeowner.
Okay, you're paying for it, or do you own the home?
I own the home.
Where did you go to school?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Where? What university?
This woman is lying. She's lying, yo. When a woman can't answer the question directly because she's trying to think about an answer, he asked you where you go to school at, or where did you go to school at? She gonna name the city. Come on, yo. And the state. You're a liar. She's trying to think of the answer right now. This broad probably ain't even finished school. She might have started school, but she didn't graduate, if she even went to school at all.
Cleveland State.
What's your degree in?
Business.
Business.
Just making up. She's making it up as she goes. What did you get your degree in? Business. Come on, dude. That's the most generic answer anybody could give for a degree that they got in school. So we already know she's got low character, not a truthful person.
It's what?
Business administration.
And what year did you graduate?
17.
What year did you graduate? 17. What? 1917? 1817? What 17? Come on, lying. You're lying.
17? What's your career?
I'm doing a little bit of everything.
What's your career? I do some of everything.
What's your career or your profession?
Well, I am
Still trying to come up with a fake answer. What's your career? Wait, you don't know where you work at?
I run 2 different bars right now. General manager at 2 different bars. And I make good money.
She's lying. More lies. I run A. A is singular. Then she quickly switches it to I run a couple of bars. You run a couple of bars? What do you mean you run them? You own them, so you're the manager of them, or do you own the bar, or you just what? Man, come on, yo, modern women and fellas, beware, man. I know this is what y'all running into. This just bringing it out into the open.
You run 2 bars?
I do.
How long have you been? You're a general manager at 2 bars.
Yes.
And you graduated with a business what degree?
Administration.
What kind of car do you own?
It's a Jeep.
What's
a Jeep Compass.
What's the other one?
I also have a Nissan Rogue.
And you own the house outright.
I own my house.
Now he's probing. He knows she's lying. Anybody with any common sense knows she's lying, and he's just making her look like a fool at this point.
I bought it when I was 24, and I'm 26.
Where'd the money come from?
My jobs. I bartend, and I also am the general manager.
You graduated in 2007.
Wait a minute. She said, so she paid for her house with the jobs that she has. She said she bartends and she runs the bars. So which is it? Are you a bartender or are you a manager of the bars? And is it more? You said it was more than one. Come on, man. This ain't making sense. Come on, yo. When a woman speaks, man, listen to what she's saying. That's going to tell you about her character. That's going to tell you about her character and whether you should deal with her or not. Just ask her simple questions. Can't answer questions truthfully. There you go.
17, so that was the most you've been out of school for 4 or 5 years. You made enough money, and
My credit is good.
but good credit, but you made enough money to buy a home in a 2-year period.
Yes. Is that shocking?
If you say you own the deed, yeah.
Really? I mean, do you think I'm lying or something?
I don't know, ma'am. I'm asking you. Excuse me. Oh. No, so you don't see when you hear me talking. Due respect, ma'am, you're supposed to stop. You can't. I don't know why women think you're going to talk over a man or through a man. See, if men were to do that, it will come down to a fight.
Really? A fight? A physical fight? Or
Yes, because you're trying to overtalk someone. That means you're trying to dominate a conversation. Why do you think that's acceptable to try to overtalk a man?
Because they disrespectful. That's why. You got to have respect for a man to submit to a man. If you don't respect a man, you ain't going to submit to one. She already said she doesn't know how to submit to a guy, even the guys that she chooses. Because a lot of these chicks, they don't have no respect for men. I'm independent. I can do this. I can do that. No respect for a man, but want a man. That's why you still single.
Because you heard me talking. And you're laughing, but again, you're the one.
Because it's comical to me.
I bet you'll see it on the replay. It's comical to you to think that you can't get you're dating men who can't get their shit together. But look at the way you talk and the way you're acting. And I ask you, can you get with a man at that level? Because this aggressive kind of domineering behavior.
Am I being aggressive?
What do you think? Do you think your voice is bigger than mine? Is it deeper than mine? Then why are you trying to overtalk me when I speak? But when I talk, you're still trying to raise your voice and get higher.
Well, I am a woman, and my voice can definitely.
You're a female. You're a female. You're female. I'll give you that one. And the issue is, again, ma'am, I don't know you, but I'm telling you.
So I'm not a woman, I'm a female?
You're woman, female, lady, different things. But what I'm telling you is, what I'm seeing is, you said it yourself. Men have told you you're aggressive.
They told me that I am what?
Aggressive.
No.
That's what you said earlier. But in any event, the issue that I'm saying, like anybody else is saying, is you don't even know what's going on with you.
Exactly. If you have no self-awareness, how can you be what a man wants when you don't even know who you are? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't help me if you can't even be honest with yourself and know what you are about before you come to me. You coming to me with all this bullshit because you don't know nothing about yourself, and you just kind of throwing yourself at me, and I'm gonna just deal with all this bullshit you got with your narcissism and your feminist talking points and I'm an independent woman and you're disrespecting, and I'm just supposed to put it all in its proper place and we just gonna be together? Come on, man. A lot of modern women are bringing this to men, and dudes is like, man, get away from me with that. I ain't dealing with that, man. Go on somewhere with that. And then these women wondering why they single, and a lot of men don't want to deal with them. Not no man of no kind of consequence, not man of any kind of value.
So what would you suggest for me?
Therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy. We attract what we are.
We attract who we are.
Yeah, do you respect your money and everything else?
That's facts. If you a low level type chick, all the type of dudes you're gonna get are low level, low character, no low self-esteem. Them the kind of dudes you're gonna attract. So don't get mad when you attract what you are. Cause that's hey man, he said it all right there.
That matters not to us.
So what do you suggest that I change or that I do to get a man that I deserve and that who also deserves me?
What do you mean? What do you mean a man that you? What do you mean the man that you deserve?
She don't even know what she's. I told you, these women just be repeating stuff that they heard somebody else say. Some woman say on Instagram or TikTok or something. I gotta find a guy I deserve or a man that deserves me, and can't even explain what she's even talking about.
What do I mean by a man that I deserve?
Mm-hmm.
A good man. What I'm asking is, based off of what you've heard from me and what I provided the information about me, what do you think that I need to do in order for me to be satisfied in a good relationship? What do you think that I need?
This chick ain't said nothing. She ain't said a word about herself that would let anybody get any kind of real read on her to tell her this is what you need to do, because she can't even tell you her flaws. That's the starting point. You got to be able to look at yourself and be like, okay, this is what I got to work on before I even think about going out into the world and trying to be a part of a man's life. You got to know what you need to get fixed first. She can't even get to point A. And like I said, this is your typical modern American woman. And this is why these women be walking around talking about something, I'm beautiful. Why am I still single?
Or what do I need to change about myself?
How tall are you?
Huh?
Tall are you?
How old am
How
I?
tall are you?
I am 5'4" and I weigh 200 pounds. So I'm thick.
5'4", 200 pounds. She says she's thick. Hey, if y'all don't get the fuck out of here with these fat chicks talking about they thick. And on this one, I'm going to blame a lot of dudes. It's a lot of dudes out here calling women thick when they fat. If you are 5'4", 200 pounds, you are obese. You're fat. You're overweight. You are not thick. Thick would be 5'4", 100 and maybe 35 pounds. You probably got some curves on you. If you 5'4", 135, maybe 140, you probably a little thick, but you probably can manage it if you working out or something like that, right? 5'4", 200 pounds, you ain't thick, baby. You fat. Come on, y'all. Let's get into it.
That's not thick. That's obese.
Okay.
I'm 6'4" and you weigh as much as me. That's not thick. It's obese.
You want my measurements?
I don't care. It's obese. More than a 30 BMI is obese, ma'am. 5'4", 200 pounds is larger than the average running back. Height, weight adjusted.
Yeah. She said, did you call me a running back? Yo, if the shoe fit, wear it, baby. Yo, you running through that 2 and that 4 hole, man, on the right side of the offensive line, baby. You know what I'm saying? You, oh, man. Oh, man. She coming through like the first round draft pick, man. You know what I'm saying? The first running back taken in the 22 NFL draft. Yo, Yo, you are as big as a running back or a linebacker. Yes, that's how big them dudes are. And she as big, if not bigger. That's pitiful, man.
I said 5'4", 200 pounds is average than larger than the average running back, height, weight adjusted.
Okay.
And calling it thick is a problem. I'll tell you why it's a problem, because it's unhealthy.
All right, man, we're going to leave it right there, man. I'm sure y'all had enough. I've had enough. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. And y'all make sure you subscribe to the channel, ManCodeTV. Leave a comment because I want to hear all y'all comments, man. All your opinions on what y'all just heard. And, you know, like I always say, man, if you stay on code, you ain't got to get on code. Make sure you share the video too. And I'm gone.
You cannot change a pimp. Too many hoes to overdose off of this game, I spit.